Salutations, my fellow dandies! It's me, Jack Dandy, and we are back in Final Fantasy XIV. Taking a break from the Stormblood. I suppose this is technically Stormblood DLC, but taking a break from the main scenario quest of Stormblood to spend some quality time with my Red Mage bros, Arya and Zuntia. Zuntia? I wrote it down. I always have trouble remembering these names. Zuruntia. It's probably his name. Anyway, yeah, I have been putting off the Red Mage class quests for a while. I hit level 70 between last week and this week. The last quest I did was level 58. So I've only done... No, it might have even been level 56. I've only done 4 of the Red Mage quests, I think. I've got 7 to do. Was it? Hang on. Why did I close that window? There we go. Yes, I've done... Yeah, the last one I did was level 56 quest. So I've done 4. So I'm a little bit behind. I got basically distracted with the main scenario quest, and I was like, I'll wait until I've got a bunch, and I'll do them all at once. And there's one more at level 80, but there's only... I think that's the last Red Mage quest to do. And I think I'm missing 2 skills now that I'm at 70, so I'm a little... If I don't do them now, I'm more underpowered than I already was for not doing the level 60 quest. So, yeah, we'll do some Red Mage quests. I don't know how long these take. Maybe it'll take the whole evening. Maybe it'll take an hour or so. I honestly can't remember how long these quests are. So if it's short, we'll go back and do some more Stormblood. But, yeah. So, the story so far, I did have to check it up because I couldn't quite remember. This is Zuruntia on my... behind my head, to Dandy's left. Left? Yes. The one with a hat. He's a Red Mage. He's the Red Mage class trainer. He is tracking down a cabal of mysterious kidnappers. And this is Arya, who is a lady we found in a box. So, okay. So let's go and talk to my boy. Zerun wishes to investigate Lambard's next move. I think he's the leader of the cabal. Lambard and his puppets are acting under Imperial orders. That much is certain. Ever since we thwarted the attempt on Master Wilkin, however, it would seem they have abandoned him as a target. The merchant's life is not worth all the assassins we cost them, I'd wager. But it will only be a matter of time before the cabal is given new prey to hunt. I've called in a favor with a friend to investigate possible targets, and he's agreed to meet us at Hawker's Round in Limsa Leminsa. Okay, no hi. It's been literal months. But, okay, cool. Limsa, that's fine. That's my home. This was not going to cost me any money to get back to. Where are we going? Oh, just down here. Oh, I could have... could have teleported, but a quick jog will do me good. It will loosen up my legs after standing in photo mode for the last hour. I'm really glad they took out the AFK timer, by the way, because I don't have to keep nudging the right stick to keep myself logged in anymore. This fine gentleman here is Riol, a former member of the Company of Heroes. He's been helping us with our investigation since before we left for Aleport. Ah, the two of you have met, I take it. It's good to see you, Riol. Riol doesn't ring a bell. I actually don't... I think for sure I have met Riol, but I don't quite remember in what capacity. But, hi. Oh, wait, no, he's got his eye patch on. I remember him. I don't remember Riol, but I do remember his eye patch. Good to see you too, lad. Mr. Red Britches here didn't mention you was on the road together. Anyhow, let's get straight to business. I did some digging into that float fortress of your cabal. The merchantman dabbles in a bit of trading to keep up the charade, so I started paying attention to where the goods ended up. I think you'll find that Lambert gets his orders from the Imperial base in northern Thanalan, Castrum Meridianum. That's your best bet, I reckon. You are a treasure, Riol. I'll pass on any new information we managed to uncover. For now, though, consider that favor repaid in full. Jack, Arya, to the drowning wench. Arya's like, can I have some lines of dialogue, please? Just, you know, can I just say, okay, no, okay, I'll just run alongside you for the time being then. It's fine. It's fine. The drowning wench. Right, we have our destination, so let's discuss the objective. We need to storm Castra Meridianum and locate documentation on Lambard's next target. A poor choice of words, perhaps. To clarify, one of us will provide a diversion, while the other two slip inside and rifle through desks until we find what we're looking for. Better? Jack, you will be our decoy. Draw away as many of the sentries as you can, and buy us the time we need. I was looking forward to some desk rifling. I do love a good desk rifle. Aria, you will run and we will run you through some. We will run you through. Prepare yourself. Aria, we will run you through some practice exercises. I see you've been honing your skills on various beasts, but this will be your first battle against thinking opponents, yes? Very well. Make your preparations, my friends. We meet at Rauban's push. Why didn't... Nod. I'm pretty sure Aria isn't mute. I'm sure she had dialogue. She's lost her memory, but... oh, actually, I might still need to be upstairs. I actually don't know where Rauban's push is. Wait, hang on. Would that be in... Oh yeah, he did say it was in Thanalan. I was going to say, why would Rauban have a push in Limsa? That makes no sense at all. Although, I'll be honest, Rauban's push sounds for a euphemism for when he's spent too long in the bathroom, and Nanamo's just like, oh, he's at Rauban's push. When people ask where he is, just to sort of be polite. Oh, okay, say no more. Hey. Right, just as we planned, Jack. Do your best to become the center of Imperial attention. Aria, you're with me. Once inside, we'll split up to hasten our search. So steel yourself for run-ins with patrols. I'm ready for this. Just keep your head, and you'll be fine. You have not quite reached Jack's level of skill, but your offensive magics are, to be quite honest, terrifyingly powerful. Your restorative arts, on the other hand, well, let me just say that the scales swing both ways. Well, I mean, we only have one magic, well, 2 healing spells at the moment, so it's not that bad. I thought that's a pretty good trade-off. Honestly, the amount of times I use my healing spells, I'd rather have stronger magic spells. Now that I think on it, LSA lacked balance in much the same manner. Must be something in the blood. But rarely have I met such an extreme case as you. Salutations, Stratus. Rauban's push, when you're so constipated you need a bull's strength to liberate your bowels. Ah, I could absolutely imagine Rauban getting, like, like when he was a gladiator and he had to have some sponsorship deals just to kind of make enough money to build up the air, you know, the city and everything. It's just, another one. It's like, God damn it, there's posters all over him around Thanalan. It's just, Not to worry. You'll work on your weaker aspects until you find an equilibrium. Such is the key to excelling in red magic. Now, let us set to work. Head around to the front of the base and make a nuisance of yourself, Jack. With the growth you've shown, I'm certain you can handle whatever those Imperials throw at you. We'll be sneaking in from the backside. Well, we'll be sneaking into the backside of Rauban with the help of Rauban's push. While you hold their attention. Please not to try to fight all of them at once. I mean, I am way over-leveled for this quest, so leave it with me. Me and Augustus will take care of them. I think he's still around. Oh, and I'm out of Geisho greens. Oh, what an oversight. Oh, I'll have to make do with my watermelon. I was really disappointed. I looked up... I wanted to get a red mage little minion. And I looked it up, and the only red mage minion you can get is the FF1 red mage minion, which is great. But you can only get it for pre-ordering Stormblood. And I was like, oh... I don't... This game came out 5 years ago. This expansion came out 5 years ago. I don't think I can... I don't think I'm allowed... I don't think I can... I think I might have missed the boat on pre-ordering this one. Sadly. It's why I get, like, a certain amount of... I guess it's... Yeah, I guess it is FOMO. In, like... So I played that Final Fantasy VII First Soldier. I think I've got this up slightly louder. I think I turned it up for... There we go. So I played FF7 First Soldier when it came out, and I haven't played it since. But I've still been logging in to the to it to get like the daily rewards and stuff, because I've got this worry that maybe one day I'll get really into it, and then it'll be cool to have a load of skins and characters and stuff that I can use. And I kind of wish I had that with this, going, I don't want to play FF14, but maybe one day I will. So I'll pre-order all of the expansions, so I can make sure that I've got all of the stuff. I don't miss anything. And now it's bitten me in the arse, and I don't have my red mage minion. And of course, you know it's one of those things where, because it's a pre-order bonus, they'll never make it available any other way. And rightly so. It wouldn't be fair on the people who pre-ordered, who have got this exclusive gift for pre-ordering. But, man. Red Mage. If they made a Zurin Tier minion, I wouldn't be as bothered, because at least then I could have a Red Mage. But they don't. Not yet. You don't do things by halves, do you, my friend? I could hear the commotion from the other side of the wall. Our foe was so focused on your battle, I dare say we could have walked out with the entire shelf of records. As things stand, however, we contented ourselves with the knowledge of Lambard's forthcoming operations. There is much to discuss. I suggest we withdraw to the Cerulean plant that we might converse in relative safety. But it would be seen the experience has taken its toll on poor Aria. Are you able to walk, my dear? Do you need me to get a bottle of Rauban's Push for you on the way back? It's just stress. The stress of infiltration happens to the best of us. Hang on, let me eat some antelope stew. Still got 20 levels to go. Still need that 3% XP bonus. I see the colour has returned to your cheeks, Aria. The jokes just keep making themselves. Do you feel any better? Much better, thank you. I may have been pushing too hard. I may have been pushing too hard to perfect my white magics. From what I witness, I'd say you have much work yet ahead of you. Keep at it. I will. Let us return to the subject at hand, shall we? We uncovered documents detailing the Empire's deployment of the Cabal, and it is much as we've surmised. The Cabal's assassins spirited away youths with arcane aptitude, much like our Aria here. Sorry. The Cabal's assassins spirit away youths with arcane aptitude, much like our area here, and deliver them to Lambard for branding. Once the cursed sigil has destroyed their wills, he fills their empty minds with lethal thaumaturgy. Close enough. And conditions them to follow his every command. It seems, however, that the formation of the Cabal itself was a relatively recent development. Lambard received Imperial orders to organize his puppets into an expendable force, a fearless, unswervingly loyal cult of assassins that could strike against resistance supporters in lands beyond the Empire's reach. This plan, as well as Lambard's involvement, was proposed by the Crown Prince Xenos, heir apparent to the Emperor. Even within the Imperial legions, this man has a reputation for cold brutality. Aside from his mastery of red magic, Lambard is well versed in ancient spells and rituals. Doubtless this knowledge, coupled with his singular lack of moral character, did much to curry the favour of monsters such as Xenos. So it's a good job I waited to Stormblood, because now I know who Xenos is. Context. And now we come to the Cabal's next assignment. I could scarce believe my own eyes even as I read the details of the operation. Lambard's next target is the Garlond Ironworks. Aye, the company of engineers founded by the great Cid Garlond. They're my boys. As a sanctuary for Imperial defectors, the Ironworks has long drawn the ire of the Empire. And if that wasn't reason enough, the company has also begun sharing engineering secrets with the Alamegan Resistance. Begun? Do you know how we're on like our second airship. To my knowledge, this will be the highest profile enemy the Cabal has ever been deployed against. But the operation will not target Cid himself. They have a far more effective method in mind. The plan is to assassinate Garlond's senior staff, and the name at the top of the list was Jesse, his deputy president. Cid's ideas cannot be brought to fruition without a talented team of engineers, and the organization itself will grind to a halt without Jesse's expertise. Her loss would be a dark day for Eorzea indeed. Yes, Jessie, the character so important they didn't mention her at all during A Realm Reborn. Biggs and Wedge are furious right now. I've communicated the details of the planned assassination to the Ironworks. Unlike Master Wilkins' case, however, Lambard has been ordered to succeed at any cost. He will keep sending his killers until the deed is done, or we put a stop to this Cabal for good. And that means bringing down Lambard himself. Jack, Arya, I need your aid. Sharpen your swords and ready your spells, for we are going to war. Arya's so happy. Yay! Murder! But see, I know who Xenos and Jesse are now, because I waited. Yeah, so this is one of the skills. Increases both black mana and white mana by 50. All combos are cancelled upon execution of manification. Can only be executed while in combat. So that's a good thing to start with? Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, that is a good spell to just kind of start. Okay. Lambert will be preparing to move on the Garlond Ironworks. According to the plans we viewed, they know that Jesse is scheduled to accompany a delivery to the Alamegan Resistance. The ambush itself will be sprung on the outskirts of Revenant's Toll as she makes her way to a waiting airship. It should be a simple matter for us to lie in wait in Mordona and take the ambushers, and Lambert, by surprise. Our success will of course hinge upon Jesse's cooperation, and I've arranged to meet her to hammer out the finer details. Pray travel ahead to Revenant's Toll, and we will find you on the terrace above Rowena's House of Splendors. Hi, Arya. Oh, she's adorable. Alright, I've got all my, there we go. All my teleport, all my aetheryte crystals are all messed up. They've added, so I've got too many now. I keep forgetting where all of them are. They said the Rowena's... Yeah. So the blue ones back there distracted me. These are the ones this is the one I should care about. I'm sorry, were you looking for me? I just felt more comfortable waiting in the corner. Oh, Zaroon and Jessie are here. Right, I've heard all about this big plan to murder me, and I'm surprised no one's tried it before, considering how the company starts to fall apart the very instant I leave the room. Any road, I understand that you and Mr. Dandy here are in charge of keeping me alive while I make my merry way to the airship. Is that correct? Lambert's been instructed to bring his entire cabal to bear on this operation. As long as they've no hint that we're onto their plan, then we stand a chance of wiping out the lot of them. I only wish we could manage it without exposing you to danger. Maybe we could, if I pretend to be Jesse. Dress you up as the deputy president. That's actually a rather clever idea. I mean, you're different heights, you've got different hair colours, you've got different eye colours. You don't look anything alike. But you're both women, so yes! A foolproof plan. Who among us can tell two different women apart? Not I. Let's get the girl a costume then. I'm afraid to act as bait, but when push comes to shove, I'll only be in your way. We need to do something about the hair. And and the height, and the eye colour, and all of the other things that are different about her. Can they even dye the hair? Like, I know a guy. He's cheap. He's like 1,000. He'll change it back afterwards as well. There we go. From a distance, no one will be able to tell the difference. It's just up close, you're a bit short. Can we stretch you out by a fulham or so? Stretch me out? That's out of that's an upsetting line of dialogue out of context. I'm only pulling your leg, lass. I appreciate what you're doing for me. If you're ever in need of a favour, I'll be happy to pay you back in kind. Okay, I appreciate that we've dressed Arya up as Jessie in order to fool them. Should we not also dress Jessie up as anyone else other than Jessie? Because all that's going to happen is it's like, I don't understand why our decoy's not working. Oh, I've had a message. Jessie's dead. Right. Yes. This plan had lots of flaws that we haven't considered. The Ironworks airship will soon arrive at the cliffside outside town. Arya will make for the vessel whilst pretending to be Jessie, and you, Jack, will act as her bodyguard. We still have a little time until the airship is scheduled to depart. Make whatever preparation you need, and then meet me by the Aetheryte. Ciao. Revenant's Toll. That's where we are. I didn't realise as well that Zarun was a Mikote for a really long time, because I thought his tail was part of his costume. Blends in very nicely. He's got the whole red and white going on, and his white hair works really well with it. It's a good look for him. The time has come. The Ironworks airship makes ready to depart, and our battle with the traitorous Lambert fast approaches. There is one thing I have never been able to reconcile. Why did Lambert sell his soul to the Empire? He was the duelist's most brilliant scholar, not the kind of man who would betray his homeland for vulgar coin. I was baffled when I heard the Empire had bought his loyalty. But no matter his reasons, the crime he committed was unforgivable, and we shall bring him to justice. Let us see the deed done, my friends, to the southeast gate. Not. So I guess this is the last quest before people then started doing Stormblood, and then the rest of it they would have got over the course of Stormblood. But I am doing this woefully out of order. This is it. Arya, take the path towards North Silvertier and keep up the pretense as best you can. The airship is waiting near the Keeper of the Lake, but we can be sure the assassins will make their move before you arrive. Jack, it will be up to you to protect Jesse on the road. Rather than let them flank us, I will intercept the large group meant to fall upon you from the south. You continue to surprise me with the potency of your offensive magics, Arya. And with the potency of my offensive magics? With the progress you've shown, I have little doubt you could hold your own against one or two of those mindless assassins. But I must ask that you do not engage in combat unless absolutely necessary. The goal is to lure Lambert himself into the fray, and our charade must be convincing. Jack should be more than a match for his puppet underlings. I have no doubt of that. Oh, I suppose she is pretending to be Jessie, but I have no doubt of that. Right then, off I go. Now, don't let her die. So I'm not great at escort missions, I'll be completely honest. So it's hard to, like, make the magic hit the bad guys, but not hit the good guys. I say that, actually. I guess there must be something... that does prevent that from happening, so... I thought for a second that purple horse was part of this. Oh. Did that... that guy on the horse just kill my dudes for me? I think he did. Aiding. That was some battle. Are you ready to continue on? I'll go ahead as before. This is how bodyguards work. They just sort of jog behind their ward? What's the word? Client? So let's go client. There's a lot of moaning from that dead witch. Or was that from you, Aria? You enjoying this? You make it look so easy. I mean, it does help being, incredibly strong and handsome. Hello? Yes, Jack has defeated every ambush so far. Very good. I've just finished mopping up the flanking group and will take up position near the airship. We continue with the charade for now. Make to board the airship as planned. Jack and I will conceal ourselves nearby until Lombard makes his move. He should have few of his puppets left and will be forced to take action direct. That's when we strike together. Did you hear that, Jack? Let's keep moving then. No, that was... You realise you're talking to an earpiece. Oh, she's gone. Okay, never mind. I'll just keep following after her. It's probably fine. Where's she gone? Do I need to get... Oh. I forget if we met Lombard. I think we did meet him briefly and he escaped. I think that was when we found Aria in her box. Now what have we here? An impostor? 'Twould seem I have fallen victim to a child's ploy. This one here didn't jump down from anywhere, but he wanted to make a dramatic entrance. Your cabal is in ruins, Lombard, and this time you'll face the consequences of your crimes. But first I must know, why did you turn coat for the Empire, after all we had achieved together? Ah, still the same simple Zurun, the same tiresome idealism. Your point. How many lives did we save, you and I? And what did that truly accomplish? The ancient art of red magic is capable of so much more. A red mage restricts the source of his mana, but accelerates the effect of his spells via the medium of his own physical form. And what would befall such a mage who then attempted the same techniques while channeling the vast ethereal energies of nature? A fool's endeavor. The wielder would be consumed. Just so. And there we see the true potential of the art. Imagine the incredible powers we can unleash, were we not caged within these prisons of flesh. Is he going to turn into a primal? That seems to be the go-to for most villains. How is in the wisdom of the ancients that I discovered the means to transcend our limits, the method to transform one's vessel and command ever grander magics. The price to be paid, however, was a costly one. Restructuring my body required years upon years spent in arcane slumber. And was it worth it to surrender that which makes you mortal? I freed myself from my chains. I now command energies greater than any found in the black, or the white, or the red, or the blue. Or the... No, that's all of them. The Crimson Duelists were merely my first step towards greatness. Noble sacrifices for a greater cause. You damnable fiend. So damnable, I said it twice. Because I wasn't quite sure I pronounced it right the first time. And there is. No, I did. His hair's gone red. He's a real red mage. Zarun, back off. Let me deal with this. My art is unfettered by weak-minded taboos. You cannot best me with your feeble red magics. Never once did I lose a duel to you. This day will be no different. I know what's going to happen. Zarun's going to fall down, though. Oh no, he's still the best! Okay. You always were the better fighter. I've barely succeeded in giving you a scratch. But a single scratch is all I need. Poison. Oh, no. Magic. You see, as a consequence of my transformation, my strength lies not in harming your body, but in draining your spirit. Once I have wounded you, your life force belongs to me. Oh no! Zarun, your life force. You were already, I think, poorly. You... Ugh. Zarun, no! Well, well, you yet draw breath. But not for long. I shall send you to Thal's realm with the answer to your question. My reason for joining the Empire. My new form allows me to wield spells of a magnitude denied to ordinary mortals, but I must be freed. If I fail to consume sufficient life energies, then I am afflicted with a terrible hunger. Oh, I must feed. My work as an assassin provides me with fresh prey, an ideal environment within which to pursue my research. I am eternally grateful to Xenos for his rare and generous understanding. You speak of achievements, but the constraints of red magic offered a naught but frustration. And after 2 decades of futile resistance, is your struggle finally over? My friends, you must flee. This is far from over. Oh yeah, here we go. Students of red magic, are you? Come then, show me how you resist the advent of your own destruction. So he just needs to hit us once then. I mean, we'll die. Maybe my protection will protect me. I guess let's get rid of the mobs first. There you go. There's no way he'll summon in more. Oh no, Zarun! Fortunately, I don't think Zarun has a life bar, so we're okay. He's already dead. God damn. Was he... Oh, I see. I have to heal myself, otherwise he'll steal my Aether. Trixie! Do I have to get myself back to full, or...? Okay, yeah, I guess so. I'm trusting Arya to heal herself, but I guess I'll keep an eye on her life just in case. Oh, actually, I don't think I can... I always forget whether I can heal anyone else with my magic. I've also not been paying attention to what spells I've been casting. I'm all out of balance. Oh, that's a lot of explosions. Oh, come on. Die quickly. Okay, that... I don't think I stopped that in time, but it just didn't do that much damage. Oh, Arya, come on! You can heal... Ah, come on. It took too long. He's not too strong. You just need to... You're the one yelling at me to heal every time he hit me. Why weren't you healing? I know your healing spells aren't very good, but... Like, you know, carry a bottle of high potion or something. I don't know. Like that, which I accidentally used. I don't know if... I don't even think I can lock onto Arya. No. Oh. I didn't do that last time. No, I didn't heal myself enough. Hey, Arya, could you please, like, heal up a little bit? I'm really worried about you. Like, stop casting healing spells on me. Cast them on yourself. Oh, wait, there we go. Yeah, alright, there we go. I can lock onto her. I was trying to a second ago, but it wouldn't. She wasn't selecting. Okay, so I am supposed to just keep her alive then. Alright, that last loss was on me then, my bad. Okay, I really do need to heal myself quickly. Otherwise he slaps me down. Watch this. Backflip. And then in. And then backflip. There you go. Stay locked onto Aria. No, stay locked onto Aria. There we go. Need to heal her up a bit. Oh! Okay. In trying to keep Aria alive, I let myself die. This is a difficult balancing act, and I am not good at this. It didn't help that he kept deselecting Aria and selecting the other dude, Lambert. Like, I know. Stay on her. I need her to not die. But then I need me to not die. Yeah, spinning plates. I'm bad at this kind of thing. This is why I shouldn't play a healer. I feel like I'd be terrible at it. Focus this time. Third time's the charm. He's not so tough. Well, he is. He's... Whatever he did to, like, make himself this powerful, it really, really has worked a treat. I think that was the other thing as well, as I wasn't healing quick enough during that section. And then he was slapping me with that spell and knocking me down. There's a whole lot of things I did wrong both times I've done this. Yeah, so there's plenty of time to do that. I don't know how he's getting, how I was failing to do that quickly enough last time. Let's heal myself up. And then let's also heal... No. Aria, there we go. Oh, dang it. Gotta keep Keep an eye on my own health as well. Alright, that should be good enough for her. Alright. Back in the fray. Arya, how did you lose that much health already? It's been like 2 seconds. No, 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 come on, Arya! What are you doing? Oh, you absolute bin. I'm trying my best here, but you really have to heal yourself a bit more and not stand in his explosions. I can only heal you so much. I'm not that good. Like, when there's orange circles on the floor, move. That really should have been like the first thing Zarun taught you. Like, even I'm terrible at this game, and even I know that much. Arya, move. All right, I need to make sure. I guess I keep him away from her. Is probably the thing I need to do. Ah, dearie me. I thought I needed to heal her, but she's okay. I'm behind a tree. You can't get me. Ah. The tree did nothing to protect, but yeah. Right. No, stop. I don't know why he changes lock on halfway when I'm trying to heal. It's like, if I wanted to be if I wanted to be locked onto Lambard, I'd be locked onto Lambard. Don't you worry. Alright, then. I think we're good. Arya's got a lot of health. I need to lure him away again. Because he's doing AoEs and she doesn't know how to deal with those. Zarun's like, if you could lead him away from me as well, I am coughing up blood over here. Oh, I need to... bit more. Yeah! Okay. What was that, third, fourth time? I forget. But either way, we killed him. Hooray. That was actually genuinely quite annoying. But I think it was my fault for letting him stand close to Arya and you hitting him with the... But also, she should move. Bloody amateur hour. My comrades, you are champions of the red. Ugh. Speaking of red, I appear to have coughed up all of my blood. Zarun, you mustn't try to move. I'm not dead yet, lass, though it was nice that you thought to avenge me. What a miserable pair we make. The last of the Crimson Duelists staining the ground scarlet with our blood. And I cannot even claim this final vengeance as mine. That honor goes to my students. But there lies the difference between you and me, Lambard. Your puppets follow your commands without questions, but they'll not carry on your legacy after you're gone. Is that what 20 years of struggle has taught you? I admit the sense of justice with which you infect others has delivered you victory, on this day at least. But the fates are known for their spiteful twists of fortune. Take this, Arya. Sorry, take this Arya of yours. I'm fine. It was a trying battle, is all. Will this be the injustice which breaks you? A pity I will miss your suffering. Blah. That's how you know someone's truly dead, when they die with a blah. If they don't die with a blah, they could come back. Lambard knew something, and it seemed to amuse him. And you truly all right. I feel much recovered. Honestly, we should return to Revenant's Toll. Alright, I'll ask no further questions. Probably nothing. Probably just trying to psych me out, get in my brain. He's a prick like that. Let's just leave his corpse here. Nothing anyone could do with the body of an immortal, super red mage. No, 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 no. It's still an effort to remain upright, but I believe I'll live. Seeing how you countered the techniques which felled me was a proud moment indeed. You and Arya make a fine team. I expect the Deputy President will be along shortly. If we find out... Nope, Jesse got killed. You failed. You have my thanks. Had you not uncovered this plot, I would almost certainly be dead by now. It's quite a sobering thought. 'Tis Jack and Arya who most deserve your gratitude. I was busy bleeding to death while the two of them vanquished the assassin's master. Is that so? I'm not going to ask for any clarification on any of that. Well then, feel free to send the bill for any expenses incurred on this operation to Sid himself. I mean, yeah, we're friends. He'll probably sign it off. With Lambard's death, so too will his cabal of assassins cease to plague us. They'll probably just all starve to death in whatever container lorry he has them in, I don't know. For much of my life, I have lived with failure, the loss of my homeland, my inability to help prevent the calamity, but I chose to fight on in the face of these defeats. Then I failed again, and you guys picked up the slack. I'm really bad at this, as it turns out. It's taken 2 decades to right the wrongs of my past. Yet finally have I managed a tangible victory for my home and for yours, yeah. I mean, you're my students. Your victory is my victory, right? Guys? Yeah? Alright then. You have made this possible. Thank you, my students, my comrades. My Red Mage bros. Zarun. thank you for making me a better red mage. Now, let's immediately continue your quest. Yay! This concludes the red mage quest for Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must have completed the main scenario quest, The Far Edge of Fate. Once you've done so, the next red mage quest will be available from Zeruntier. I have done that. Hello. Red on arrival. Ah, that is a good achievement name. All right, let's slot my new action. Manification. So I need to put this. Where's a good place for this to go? What do I not currently do anything with? I guess I can replace Vera Rays. I got Vera Rays on a different bar at the moment, so yeah. Just have to remember that it's there. I forget. I should really learn all of these abilities better than I do. Because I forget what Embolden does. Embolden, 58. Increases own magic damage dealt by 5% and damage dealt by nearby party members by 5%. Oh, I should be using that. Yeah. Yeah, I should be using that. Oh, I'm a terrible red mage. The colour of her hair. Jack, Arya, well, there were lessons to be learned as I dragged you along on my quest for vengeance. It is time I offer a more structured approach to your training. Events are in motion to liberate Alamigo from its oppressors, but I would continue aiding the struggle from without. There is much I can accomplish beyond the borders of my homeland, and Curtis's daughter already has the support of heroes such as you. Events are in motion to liberate Oh, hang on, I didn't press anything there. To liberate Alamigo, blah, blah, blah. It was 2 decades ago that I joined the revolutionaries. Though our motives were just, it was our actions that ultimately created a breach for the Empire to exploit. My time at the forefront of that stage has ended. To return to it now would only invite confusion and resentment. The revolution has since become the resistance, and the right to shape the future of Alamigo now rests in the hands of those who will live the coming age. No, I shall play my part by nurturing a new generation of red mages. I made my mark as a crimson duelist, but you will not be bound to my oath. You are free to decide for yourselves how best to employ the skills I teach you. Save the world, become a triple triad master, whatever. I don't know, go and play some shogi or something. Now, as for your studies, you're well aware of my I know this word. Proclivity. I didn't see the L. I was thinking, doesn't feel like a word. This doesn't feel right. Proclivity for practical application. We must challenge you with a new frontier, a place with a strong gather in search of adventure. To Idleshire, my friends, where the goblins live, thus known as the strongest race in all of Eorzea. It has occurred to me, because this is the Stormblood part of this quest, he might at some point tell me to go somewhere I can't actually get to yet. I kind of assumed I could do all of his quest, but I haven't checked ahead to see whether I actually can. Well, we'll find out. Young Arya has invested in her appearance, it would seem. Does she look the part? Right, let's break in that new equipment. There is a hostile organization of goblins known as the Illuminati making trouble for the people here in Idleshire. I'm familiar with them. The most prominent threat to the populace seems to be the mechanical soldiers controlled by Illuminati aggressors. I say we do the locals a favor by using these clunking contraptions as combat practice. After your battle with Lambard, however, that may be all they amount to. Especially for you, Jack. Your mastery of red magic is such now that I dare say you could handle a mechanical soldier or 2 of your own. As for you, Arya, your spells have raw power but lack refinement. I think I'd prefer to have you training alongside a partner. I wish to try fighting alone. Please understand, before I began learning magic, I felt like I scarcely existed. But when I work to watch you and Jack, when I see myself improving, that's when I feel the most alive. I want naught more than to become a full-fledged red mage. I want to stand at your side and fight as your equal. Well, far be it for me to stop you. Mayhap the perfect way to conquer your difficulties with white magic is to be alone in a situation which offers you little recourse, but to rise above them. Or to just, bite the bullet and become a black mage. I don't know. Both of you should now head towards the Architecton and find your own mechanical foes to overcome. I'll be waiting for you here in the Maker's Quarter. Oh, she's got new clothes. That's cute. I do get new clothes out of this, but I think I just get the clothes that Zarun's wearing. Which is worrying. Where do I need to go? Epilogue Gate, then. And? Haha! The power of flight. Making all of this so much more convenient. I have unlocked... I think I unlocked it. Yes, I have unlocked the power of flight in the Ruby Sea. An area I no longer have to go to for the time being, but I'm sure I will be asked to return to at some point, so worth doing. Plus, I started a whole quest about like some undersea palace with the princess of the tiramisu place, which I'm sure will lead to me being able to play people at Triple Triad at some point. That's the important thing. There we go. Oh, they're hitting me quite hard. I guess yeah. I was kind of underestimating them because it's a field battle, but I don't have Augustus with me at the moment. I rely on his healing too much. I've become complacent. And dead. That it? Just those three? I mean, I could kill some more if you want. I think what I will do, though, is... if I stick Magnification... Wait, where did I stick that? No, that's not the right place. What did I just recover? I had to put that there. And then I can go boom, 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 boom. Do those 4 at the start of... each fight. And then I don't have to think about it. That works. And then... where did Swift Cast go? Maybe that's a roll? Yeah, it's a roll. Let's put Swift Cast there. And then I can't remember what I replaced. Was it Short Cast? Yeah, I think it was Short Cast. There we go. Cool. So I'll go start the fight. Bam, 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 bam. Switch to that. And then start doing magic. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Back to Idleshire. We're coming up to the 200-hour mark, I think. I'm finally starting to pay attention to to my actions. I'll be completely honest. I thought the action to increase my power by 5%, for whatever reason, was the one I got at level 60. Which is why I didn't... Where is he? I thought he was over here. Oh. He's on the field. That's a waste. No matter. I'll just fly back over there. I thought the increase in my power by 5% was the skill I got for doing the level 60 Red Mage quest. If I'd realised the one for doing level 60 was just to immediately get 50 mana, I might have come and done this a bit earlier. Because I thought, 5% bonus isn't... You know, I can make do without that. But an extra, just starting with 50 mana is actually... Yeah, it's actually quite good. I've come to recognise that confident step. Well done, Jack. Did you happen to spot Arya on your travels? Unless I have sorely overestimated her abilities, I had expected her to arrive not long after you. Arya did seem intent on proving herself. Pray forgive the tortured metaphor, but I have a feeling she may have sliced off more than she could fry. Come, let us seek out our young mage and render aid if need be. Just gonna... Like, we'll go to a tall building and just peek over at her like two proud dads. Make sure that she's okay. And, if anyone causes her any bother, we'll sneak up behind them and cut them open. Oh. I guess she did slice off more than she could fry. Jack, I did it. I won. So I have a feeling that the twist is going to be that Arya's like body isn't suited for magic, and she's got like really powerful magic, but using it is slowly killing her. Jack, there you are. Is Arya unharmed? Nod. That is a fair gathering of goblins. From the looks of it, defeating this lot took almost everything she had. Can you walk, my friend? I've never seen you so... Okay, this probably isn't a good sign. Give them to me. Your life energies, your souls, I must feed. Well, this is a turn. It's become like Lambard. Stop this, Arya. 'Tis no use. I've given her 3 seconds and she's not responded, so 'tis no use. The hunger has taken over. We'll have to knock her senseless. That's what I do best. Oh. Okay, never mind. Well, did we do that or did she just pass out? Like, it faded to black there, so I guess you can just interpret... Me and Zarun just kicked the shit out of her in that second. Just like she's now just lying on the floor, bloodied and bruised and swollen. Just like, well, there we go. That'll show her. I suggest we take her back to Edelshire and let her rest at Ruina's establishment. I only hope she will be more amenable to discussion when she awakes. Nod. So that's the twist. Lambert turned her into one of him before putting her in a box. I don't know why he put her in a box. But, I mean, maybe he was trying to sort of mass produce immortal dudes. I mean, yeah, fair enough. That's. I guess the Empire would want more of them. You know, backup assassin masters. Which is convenient, because we just killed their current one. Onyx, as you were. I should really at some point, like, maybe once I've run out of main scenario quests, I'll just go through each area and do all of the side quests. Just for every single character. I imagine most of them are, like, completely pointless. And it's just like, oh, I've lost my hair gel. And it's like, okay, I'll find your hair gel. You know, that's the kind of level I'm thinking. And then some of them, and then the occasional one's going to be, like, actually quite important and unlock triple triad. I mean, I'll definitely have to go through and do the triple triad ones at some point, but what happened? Did I truly attack you? Gods, why would I do such a thing? I remember defeating that contraption. I remember falling to my knees, exhausted from spellcasting. I remember my thoughts fading away as a roar in my head grew louder and louder, and then nothing. I don't understand what possessed me. Never would I draw my blade on you or Zerun. Well, you did. Then we kicked the shit out of you. Like, absolutely curb-stomped you. It was embarrassing. This was poor judgment on my part. I should not have tested you so harshly. Listen to me carefully now, Arya. I have seen now how battle can exhaust you, but I failed to understand what grim truth such exhaustion presaged. In the moment you say a roaring drowned out your thoughts, the colour of your hair changed quite distinctly. We witnessed a similar transformation in Lambard ere he began to feed upon living aether. Lambert was able to employ magics of incredible power, but it left him hungering for life force. I believe what you experienced was a surrender to that very same hunger. It cannot be. It can! My erstwhile colleague described how he enacted a change in his physical being. While I suppose it is possible such a ritual was performed upon you as well, he mentioned the process requiring many years. You have many more questions, I am sure, but for now you must rest. If this hunger takes hold when your ether is exhausted, then it is even more important that you recuperate from your exertions. And Arya, do not despair that you have lost yourself. After all, you're in perfect control now, are you not? I am. Thank you, Zerun. Jack, we will seek the cure to Arya's condition. Though I have little knowledge of such forbidden arts, I am confident that the determined expedition will yield the answers we require. Prepare yourself for another journey. Like, I have no idea how to fix this, but I'm confident we can. That's what being a red mage is. Just blindly believing you can do anything. Are you ready to depart? The journey I have in mind will take us into the mountains of Gir Arbania, where we will visit the ziggurat built by the red mages of Eld. Lambert and I once explored those ancient ruins, searching for knowledge of the first incarnation of red magic. That was long ago, before we met Curtis and joined the revolution. Do I know... I'll assume I'm supposed to know who Curtis is. He may have mentioned him at some point. Before I realized the manner of his wisdom for which Lambard had been truly seeking. The edifice itself has now been overrun by quick cairn, but the thorough expedition could still unearth something of value. Mayhap even the secrets behind Lambard's occult transformation. Arya, my friend, I must ask you to remain here and continue your convalescence. And no spellcasting. Not even a lick of flame to light a candle. In your weakened state, we know not how suddenly the hunger might return. Yes, of course. Just the thought of what might happen is enough to make me feel ill. I'll be fine in my sickbed, but what of you two? Are you really going to travel all the way to Gir Albania just for me? It's fine. He's already been there, so... What would you do if the positions were reversed? If Jack were afflicted by a condition and you knew the cure might be found beyond the mountains, what then? Why, I'd be out the door in a moment. Really? You would? I didn't think you liked me that much, but thank you, Arya. Ah, ha ha! What, that you would. That you would respond so that you would respond so emphatically is the reason we have no qualms about doing the same for you. Arya's worked so hard to master her skills, and I imagine it'll be hard to refrain from training for a while, but she must recover from her exhaustion first before aught else. Come, Jack, the ziggurat awaits. Rest well, Arya. We shall return as swiftly as we are able. Aw, I feel bad for Arya. She bought those new clothes, and now she's evil. This isn't where I need to go. Yeah, we are getting... the peaks, I guess, is probably closest. We are getting further away, sort of deeper into Stormblood territory with each mission. So there is a possibility that he'll go like, okay, we need to go to Doma, and it's like, I haven't been there yet. I'm still working on that part of the story. And he's like, well. Annoyingly, I don't have flying unlocked here yet, which is not through lack of trying. I have explored every stretch of this map that I'm able to get to. Because we didn't do that friggin' bridge, I can't cross it and go get the rest of the expected aetheryte, so we'll have to just waddle on my chocobo for a little bit. At normal speed, too. Ugh. think I can just... Nope, that's a wall. Round this way, then. Whee! Blood glider. Oh yeah, that's that weird butterfly moth thing that we saw before. I was gonna say, yeah, we have been to this ziggurat. We beat up some. This is where, yeah, they got the whole. These are the vegan quick-ins. I remember. Ignore the ones called meat eaters are all like initiates. They're on the lower levels. The vegans are the most powerful of the quick-earn. This is not where I need to be yet. Hang on. It was a whole thing. I don't remember the specifics. Let's begin our expedition, shall we? Be on the lookout for stone tablets bearing the histories of the Red. Did I mention that it was our forebears in the art who constructed the ziggurat? It was built to suppress the unstable weather that was whipped up in the wake of that era's calamity. A sort of dampening weight that slowed the land's raging currents of aether to a trickle. In time, however, the ziggurat also became a library where successive generations of red mages enshrined their stories and their secrets. It is a shame that so many of these precious slates have since been lost to plunderers or simply worn down by the ravages of time. As such, I do not expect to find a fully intact record of Lambard's ghastly rite, but at the very least we should discover hints of what the transformation ritual entails. You take one way and I'll take the other, and we'll both take care not to fall prey to Kiken bandits. I'll be fine. I'm more worried about you. Because, you know, on account of the fact that you got your life force sucked out earlier, and we didn't really address that. Do I need to go actually up the ziggurat? Which, again, sounds like another euphemism, doesn't it? Okay, I need to go up for one of them. So let's get that one first. I know what's going to happen is I'm going to go up and get this one, and then I'm going to go back down and get the other two, and then Zarun's going to be standing on the top. It would be quite easy if we figured out the solution to her problem in Mission 2 of this quest. No, I sense there's one down here. Whee! There it is. There it is. Hey. That's a time saver. Just now I have to make sure that no one attacks me whilst I'm waiting for my ankles to the bones to snap back together and my ankles to reform. I think that's the bit of the song that Eminem was talking about. Snap back to reality, oop, here comes gravity. But the other way round. It's like, oop, here comes gravity, snap back to reality. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I found the stone tablets. I suppose I was going to say it's interesting that we didn't try and find this cure before we fought Lambert, but I suppose we didn't know that Lambert had this power before we fought him. So, how did you fare? I discovered a number of tablets myself, which are positively fascinating, offered little on the subject of occult rituals. I found these 3. Ah, these are also pointless. Well, I guess Arya's just doomed to her fate. Oh, if I'm reading this one correctly, you may have found exactly what we were looking for. It appears to... I love how they don't put the items in their hand in any of these cutscenes. I understand why they do it, but it does... I do just like the idea that Zarun's just going, aha! This tablet's like... He's talking to his hand again. It's fine. He's a very... He's you know, he's a bit delirious, but he's a very powerful red mage, so just put up with him. It appears to be a record from a time before red magic was unified as a distinct discipline. The passage describes a rite by which one can make a pact with a void scent and ingest its blood in exchange for supernatural power. Even amongst their kin, certain creatures of the void harbor a voracious appetite for living ether. Lambert must have acquired the ability to siphon his victim's life force from one such fiend. The practice in question is said to have started with a family of Machi sorcerers who lived in the era preceding the Sixth Umbral Calamity. For red mages, whose arts draw so heavily upon their own ether, there is an obvious, if distasteful, advantage to stealing a foe's life energies. And if one can employ such energies to fortify and sustain one's own form, as Lambert did, then one can even wield magics beyond the limitations of ordinary mortals. Not surprisingly, however, its tendency to result in an ether-starved madman led to the rite being declared a forbidden art. There's more on my hand. Some mention of an alchemical concoction that would have served to sate the hunger for ether when living prey was unavailable, and the helpful scribes even included a method for its preparation, and amounts, and it's just a whole recipe here. I like the idea that the ancient red mages just used to write their recipes down on most of the tablets. Arya's transformation was strikingly similar to Lambert's. Surely this concoction will prove effective at curbing her condition as well. Let's see here. Seems the main ingredient is a chunk of semi-crystallized ether. Such a substance could be drawn from the core of an urolith, and I'm thinking the bigger the better. If I recall correctly, there are uroliths to be found in the east, in the vicinity of the Sleeping Stones. Pray find yourself one of the larger specimens and procure an ethereal core. Once you have what we need, we could rendezvous in the hamlet of Alagana. Yeah, here we go. I knew they were going to eventually say a place I hadn't been to yet. Have I been to Alagana? I shall busy myself collecting the other ingredients. That might be the village. Okay, no, I have been to Alagana. Where are the Sleeping Stones? Oh, no, I can get... Okay, I can get there. That's fine. Yeah, let's teleport, and then I'll go from there. Okay. I was worried that we were going to be going to... It was going to... The next place he was telling me to go was going to be on the other side of the bridge, and I was going to be like, well... Balls. Yeah, I didn't think about the fact that this is a Stormblood quest, and so this is not going to work. I do need to probably have gotten through most of Stormblood in order to act. Well, we'll go as far as we can go. I might not be quite getting Zurun's clothes today, but we'll see how I get on. I mean, I don't think he's going to make me go all the way to Doma, because I don't think there's any need to him to, and it's canonically like a several-month trip. But I have a feeling eventually he's going to want me to go across the bridge, and I can't get there yet. Well, that's fine. We unlocked one red mage ability at least, and it'll be something to look forward to once we've finished in Doma and we can beat up the Garleans. Sup, Rudsud? It's like a regular suit, but ruder. I mean, if we do have to go... I mean, I say have to. If we do end up going back to the main scenario quest, it's fine. Because I think the next mission we're going to do look like a fun one. Okay? We're going to dress up and infiltrate a Garlean base where they're kidnapping people. Should be fun. There's some cool little quests in. Boop. There's some cool little quests in. What the fuck are you? Oh, Uroliths. Oh, these are the things you told me to kill. Okay, I guess I need to find a big one. There's some cool little quests in Stormblood, like that sniper quest that you had to do. I mean, it wasn't, the most challenging of quests ever, but it was a nice change of pace from, hey, go over there and kill these things, or go over there and double-click on this thing until the bar goes up. Congratulations, you've double-clicked on the thing and the bar's gone all the way up. Now do it 2 more times and then come back and talk to me and give me the things that you got from the bar. Yeah, there we go. Unbreakable. Oh, I know you've bitten off more than I can chew here then. I don't know, it seems... I mean, results are inconclusive, but it seems pretty breakable so far. Yeah, no, I broke the crap out of that thing. Huh. Alright, well, job done. Back to Alagana. The small village where they don't hate us because we did some chores for them. We were able to procure a suitable core. I really got to get rid of that Pearl of the Labyrinth at some point. I picked that quest up by accident, I think. Ah, yes, this will do nicely. Enough to create a decent-sized dose at any rate. I thought I said close. I've gathered together the other ingredients. All that's left to do is deliver them into the hands of an experienced alchemist. But Arya must be wondering where we are. Why don't you go on ahead to Idleshire and avail her of our progress? I'll meet you there as soon as I'm finished haggling with the potion mixers in Ildar. Away! Right, back to Idleshire. I come back and everyone's just dead. It's like, oh, she had another episode. Well, that's unfortunate. Ah, who am I kidding? The goblins in Idleshire could probably kick her ass. I mean, it's Arya. I love her, but she's spongy. Get through this 6-month-old antelope stew eventually. A kind of potion, and it's supposed to help with the hunger. That'll be one less worry then. Do you think Zarun will be back soon? I've drunken I've drunken all of this in this bottle of wine that is larger than my body, and I'm still so thirsty and hungry. I am returned. Arya, pray drink this concoction, and I shall tell you of our discoveries in Gur Albania. Don't ask what's in it. Just trust me. By the gods. The taste was not exactly pleasant, but I already feel much recovered. It's as if a cool stream of water was poured on the fire in my chest. I don't know how to thank you. You're welcome. Now you're going to have to take one of those 3 times a day for the rest of your life. So, Jack, best set aside a slot in your schedule every week to go and kill all those QB things. Your smile is the finest reward we could ask for, but I ask that you do not become complacent. That tonic is merely meant to help replenish your depleted ether. It will do naught to undo the underlying affliction. I understand. If I exhaust my mana again, I'll be back where I was, a savage controlled by hunger, which means I should give up on training for now. For now. So you think Lambard infused me with void scent blood while I was held captive? According to what I found in the Yellow Jackets incident records, the span of time that elapsed between your kidnapping and subsequent rescue was not terribly long. And for much of your deal, you were shut inside a box. It seems unlikely that there was sufficient opportunity to perform a highly complicated and dangerous ritual. No, you must look elsewhere for the truth behind your condition. Your parents, is one of them a void scent by any chance? That would clear things up massively. You must let me help you. If it allows me to begin practicing magic again even one day earlier, it's torture watching the moments pass, wasting time I could be using to catch up to you. You'll never catch me! Ha ha! You'll get there. You'll get there, I lied. Convincingly. I'll certainly try, though I'm not sure what help I'll be. I think we'll have our suffering friend delve into the scrolls for us. The Sharlians have left behind a veritable mountain of lore through which we can dig for answers. Jack, I shall leave you to your training. After all, you must give Arya an ever-growing peak to look up to. That's why I have my hair like this. An ever-growing peak that she can always look up to. Okay, well, I'm done with my training. Greetings, Jack. Harry and I have begun wading through a sea of ancient texts, but we've yet to fish out any promising cures for her condition. I did, however, recall something which may help narrow down our search. Long ago, Lambert had one particular book which we would read with uncommon intensity. I've forgotten the title now, but I do remember that inside were inscribed the memoirs of a deranged killer who was executed as a heretic in Ishgard. This criminal is said to have committed a number of ritualistic murders, all carried out with the most peculiar form of thaumaturgy. In hindsight, this was a massive red flag, and I probably should have suspected he was going to become a psychopath earlier. But, you always try and think the best about your friends, given the benefit of the doubt, you know. I merely thought it a vulgar choice of ring material at the time, but now I wonder if that peculiar form of thaumaturgy was what kept Lambert glued to its pages. It sounds positively awful, and yet it might just give us the clues we've been missing. I'll see if I can't track those memoirs down. And I'll see if I can. I understand it's quite a rare volume, and when it comes to hunting down elusive treasures, it may be worth consulting a professional treasure hunter. Jack, are you acquainted with Midnight Dew? Maybe. Why don't you take Aria and pay her a visit? Not. I'm nodding, so I guess I am acquainted. I will try my hand at a different route. It's a long shot, but Rowena is known to stock a truly eclectic range of wares. Righto. Who is Midnight Dew? Oh, they are outside. Okay. I guess I do know them. Oh yeah, I did do a mission for this lady, I think, to unlock flying. I can't remember if I did anything for her in the story, but... Oh, it's you. Something you need? A heretic's memoir for the young lady here? Bit of an odd request, but who am I to judge? Yeah, no, she's into that. She's totally into that. Ah, so you're working with Zurentier then? Thought you wanted it for some sort of tasteless personal collection. Let me think now. Ishgardian heretic? Ritualistic killings? Oh, hells, it couldn't be. Salutations, Frost. Have we played the Otter in cards? Unfortunately not. I have started doing some of the side quests in the tiramisu place, but sadly the Otter still refuses to play me at cards. But I'm working up. Interesting timing. I finished last week after we saw that Otter, and then I checked the Final Fantasy XIV's, the Square store even, for Final Fantasy XIV merchandise, and they've just put a plushie of that Otter up for pre-order. And I thought, this is fate. It even comes with a lamp. I mean, I'd rather have a minion of the Otter follow me around, but an Otter lamp is quite cool. Most of the other plushies don't come with anything, so... One of my fellow salvagers was just telling tales of a treasure he'd spied in the Great Gilbul Library, a rare book called Nightkin. Claims he glimpsed the title as he was running it for his life through Rhapsody's Quadrangle. It is a sought-after tome for collectors of the macabre, said to be written by an Ishgardian murderer who believes himself some manner of demon. Half a diary, half a grimoire, and chock full of bloody lunacy. Well, it certainly fits the description. We should head back to Rowena's and share the news with Zerun. Thank you for your help, Midnight. You just appear to have been run over by a fat chocobo. It's probably traumatizing for you. But I mean, I guess, there's many giant birds running around. I imagine it does. People get trampled by horses all the time. So, there's got to be people who have just been trampled by chocobo. And being trampled by a fat horse would be terrible. Imagine being trampled by a fat bird horse. Anyway. Yes, Nightkin, that was the title. Written by a killer who thought himself born of fiends. Such a belief would certainly brand him a crazed heretic in Ishgard, but I expect the truth is he was much like Lambard, and made you delve too deeply in forbidden arts. And you say the book was seen in the Great Gubble Library. I've not entered that place since the Sharians departed this land. What have you, Jack? Yeah, I've been there. I think I did a dungeon there. Like the back of your hand, eh? Well then, I vote you to be our guide. I didn't know the library's guardians had turned hostile. I'm sorry, Arya, but you'll have to remain behind. No sense putting you in a situation where you might be forced to fling spells. Oh, I would have liked to have seen those fabled shelves. But you're right, of course. Come, Jack. Let us hurry through the hinterlands ere some intrepid scavenger makes away with our prize. It'd be a terrible coincidence if someone stole the book just as we started looking for it. He said, possibly foreshadowing something, I don't know. Where do we need to go? Isn't the Great Gobble Library a dungeon? Yeah. Am I going to have to do the dungeon again as part of this quest? Is there anywhere nearby I can teleport to? No. No. Okay, cool. Alright. Well, again, unlocking flying, paying dividends. Take my dragon friend over. Yeah, so I never did any of the stuff with Alexander. I kept waiting for it to come up in the quest, in the story at some point. It never did. So I kind of forgot about it. And then I thought, after we finished Heavensward, wasn't there a giant robot? Didn't a giant robot come out of a lake? I feel like either Sid or Y'shtola should have mentioned this at some point. But nope, they kept stum. They kept very stum. This was like, okay. And I looked up whether it was actually worth doing, and most people said no. So there we go. Maybe I'll go and do it one day just to see. I don't know. The Crystal Tower was cool, although I liked the story around the Crystal Tower more than the actual raid. Well, the raids themselves were fun. I did the first one quite a lot because I wanted to get the Crimson set, but they were okay. I think I did look at the gear you get from them, and there wasn't anything that caught my eye, fashion-wise. So, right, let's not dawdle. Once we're inside, we'll make straight for the Rhapsody's quadrangle, and leave as soon as we acquire the tome. What I remember, the book Lambard would read was of a fair thickness and bound in leather covers. Hopefully, it will not be too difficult to find. Yeah, we're going to a library, Zerun. They're all of a fair thickness and bound in leather. Oh, it's a duty. Okay, cool. And it was Zerun with me this time, so he's hopefully easier to keep alive than Arya, who, like I said, was a bit spongy. It's more lair than library now. Lead the way, my friend. Probably going to have to work our way through these monsters. This is neat, though. I think this was the first duty I've done that's been kind of like a scaled-down version of a dungeon. It's nice. Just normally when I play the dungeons, I'm playing with people who have done them 1,000 times over, and so they speed through them. You know, the tank runs ahead and gets 20 people attacking them all at once. I don't think I had time to sort of look around and enjoy the environment, read the lore. Oh, a lot of class quests do this, do they? That's cool. I like that. I remember when I was trying to do the necessary 5 quests you have to do to unlock captain rank for the Grand Company, and I was playing with my squadrons, and it was just nice going through these dungeons, which previously I had to, like, blast through as fast as possible with strangers. Just at my own pace, you know, I could go around, I could look at I could read all of the dialogue and so, you know, like all the papers and stuff. There was like a prison that had like a diary, and I didn't read any of them the first time through. I think I just would have annoyed people if I'd stopped to read books. Oh, Scholar is basically soloing the Wanderer's Palace with the Ton. Ah, I remember you're fond of that one because because of the Tonberries, which is fair enough. Oh, I murdered it. Excellent. Ah, damn railing. Health and safety gone mad. But it's cool. I am kind of I kind of looking forward. I mean, I don't know whether I'm going to go through the hassle of. I haven't decided, basically. I haven't decided whether I'm going to go through the hassle of leveling up every other class to 90 once I get the Red Mage there. I understand it's a lot quicker to do it once you've got one of the classes to 90, but still. It's annoying as well because the level skips that you can get for each of the classes also skip the class quests. If there was a way to like skip the leveling up but just then do the class quests, I'd be tempted to do that, but I suppose they want you to learn the character. Top you up a bit. I've played this game before. As the healer, I get to decide if I want to read the dungeon's lore. If I stop to read, what's the party going to do? Continue alone and die? I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. Die, just wipe, and then complain, and then you just go and chat. I was reading a book. In the year 960 of the 6th Astral Era, a murder did occur wherein a member of the clergy was struck down by a knight of common birth. The knight, whose name was Trifaniel, wet his blade in the priest's blood after witnessing the unspeakable abuse of an orphan waif under the pretense of an exorcism. May his conviction in the face of corrupted faith be praised. This is not the book you were looking for. I mean, it tells me the title. It's called this. This is called this. I mean, yeah, this is the Sketches of Divinity. This is not Nightkin. The pages contain incredibly detailed pictures of female deities in various stages of undress. No male divinities to be included in this collection. No, not that one. The term we seek is titled the Nightkin. Can I take this one with me anyway? Have you seen Garuda? Woo! It's like I tried to take it with me and Heidelin just summons me into my main palace and goes, no, put it back. Don't look on page 22. During the Thorn dynasty, a series of unsolved killings shook the very foundations of Uldar. The murderer was so named for the practices of leaving a card from the deck of Arcana by the bloody bodies of the slain. Officials publicly suggested that the murderer selected targets based upon divination. As several key figures of a faction had opposed the royal house, were prominently amongst the victims, however, it was whispered that the seemingly random slaughter was merely a cover for political assassinations. This is not the book you're looking for. Leveling every job is a massive hassle, but at least try to get one of each. A healer, a tank, melee, DPS, range, DPS, and mage. Yeah, that's probably what I'll try and do as well, just so I've got the set. Whether I actually, like, play as a healer normally, I might, is another question, but... the ink has faded to the point of illegibility. Not this one either. Try another. You needn't read every page, my friend. Zarun! See, this is what I was complaining about, Zarun, just now. Like, everyone always tries to hurry me through these dungeons. I finally got the time to go at my own pace, and now you're yelling at me for reading things. Go and read the porn book back there. Today I visited the Twelveswood. Lady Amadine of the Dark Contours, a regular patron of mine, bid me call upon her household. I set off with confidence, my latest masterpiece in hand, but it was within the walls of Hockay Manor that I beheld the true pinnacle of perfection. Ah, we've roused a guardian. Let's dispatch this nuisance. We're reading the books too loudly. He just shows up and goes, shh, and then sends us on our way. Ah, don't spank my void. Should probably move out of the way of that. Zero, and this thing hits pretty hard. Oh. That looks like a bad thing to be involved in. Keep him away from Zerun. Hard enough keeping myself alive at the moment. Oh, and you always level up a bard to level 30 so you can play music. Yes. That one I absolutely agree with. I'm worried these void spanks are building up to something. Oh. Whoop. Ah, dang it. We missed two. We didn't coordinate at all there, Zerun. I mean, that was mostly my fault. I'm the actual, like, sentient being, and you're the AI character, but... Well, 2's better than 6, I suppose. What is this thing? Is it just a giant angry book? Like, no one... I'm a brief history of the Yakshan Koi. No one ever reads me, and I have grown resentful over thousands of years of being in this library. But yeah, no, fair enough. I might be resentful as well if I was a book that no one read. Oh. So I got interrupted. With a flourish! Oh, okay. It died slightly before I could flourish, but whatever. The bookish behemoth is fallen. And look! It was hiding up the exact book we needed. Excuse me, sir, is that 50 Shades of Grey you're reading there? That ruled monster interrupts your reading. It's just like, hey, there's only one copy of that, and I want it at this exact moment. He's like, damn! What an incredibly inconvenient coincidence. I am the descendant of demons, a scion of tainted blood. It is for my brethren, born into darkness, for the Nightkin, that I pen these words. The holy men will insist my teachings are madness, the ravings of a deranged killer. But you shall learn that all I scribe henceforth is eldritch truth, and their faith the twisted lie. Yes, we found it. There can be no mistake. We needn't tarry in this place. I've breathed my fill of mouldy parchment. Duty complete. Covering the It's like, I've breached my fill of duty complete! It's like, I was talking. You did well in there, Jack. I've never known acquiring a book from a library to be such a strenuous endeavour. May I see the tome? He reads it and just goes, this, he's just going, it's come back in a day or two, and I would have read this, this girthy tome. And you come back and it's like, yes, this hasn't helped at all. This is just some edgelord writing some angsty first-person story. It's no help to us at all. Back to the drawing board. Yes, the author does certainly seem convinced of his demonic heritage. I can see how the clergy at the time would have passed these writings off as a heretic's delusion, but the spellcraft contained within is aught but incoherent rambling. Within his memoirs, the mage has... he reads quick, doesn't he? The mage has provided specific instructions on the workings of forbidden sorcery. Little wonder that Lambert spent so much of his time studying the tome's secrets. But there is more, much more. Let's return to Idleshire. Arya needs to hear this. Okay, hear this. I guess he was just reading the forward. It's just like, this book is dedicated to my demon... No, that's the wrong one. My demon masters. This is not heresy. Please do not put this book in some cursed, haunted library. Unless that's just, you know, the standard of libraries in the future. I'm not one to judge the quality of librarians, library keeping. Libration? That's not it. That's a different thing. I don't think libration has anything to do with libraries. I thought this book would help us save the world, but after spending a full day reading, I've now come to the conclusion this book is some sort of fanfic. Oh god, he's written some slash fic about himself and some demons. Which, yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, I don't know. I've tried to like not get spoiled on any of the sort of future plots on this game or anything as much as possible, but I have seen, following Endwalker, a lot of people gushing over one of the villains. So it's absolutely something that, you know, could and does happen. I can also completely understand why they would go, well, put this in the cursed library. No one should have to read this. I've just finished slogging through the last pages of the Nightkin. There were truths I discovered which made it difficult to continue, but amongst a mounting sense of horror, I found hope. Also, it was just really poorly written. The grammar was all over the place. There was like these drawn-on sentences, and you know, it just really, it's a 3 out of 10 book at best. As I bid you listen until the end of my tale, I shall begin with the author himself. It was you, Arya. Twist. And so this man who wrote the Nightkin was not merely some disturbed... The Nightkins were... I just remember that the Nightkins were super mutants in Final Fantasy... In Fallout... Which Fallout were they in? Were they in New Vegas? They had blue skin and could turn invisible. I think they used stealth boys to do it, but they were like stealth super mutants. Anyway, just remembered why I'd heard that word before. Cursed library's not enough. Send it to the fires of hell. They burnt most of the fanfic, but there were a couple of fanfics that there was just a couple of clergymen who were like, no, we'll keep this one, but we'll put it in the cursed library. But this one, it's got there's bits of it which are quite good. And so this man who wrote the Nightkin was not merely some disturbed killer, but a mage who had mastered the arts of the ancients. Exactly so. A century ago in Ishgard, this monster in mortal guise devoured all manner of forgotten text, teaching himself everything from red magic to Mahachi summoning rituals. The secret to his seemingly inexhaustible power lies in his bloodline. He was directly descended from the Machi Archmagus, I don't know, who had ingested the lifeblood of the voice-sent Queen Lilith. In fact, it was with this very Archmagus that the vile practice of infusing oneself with void-sent blood first began. I believe I told you how the Red Mages later outlawed these rituals, but the damage had already been done. Lilith's insidious energies had been passed on to the Archmagus' heirs. This clan of aether-drinking spellcasters became known as those who were born into darkness, the Nightkin. They all just sound like the edgiest edgelord, just like, oh, we got to come up with a cool name. I bet they all wore black hoods and skulked around. I'm trying to remember. His name escapes me. The Dragoon from Heavensward. He'd love them. He's a big fan. If we'd asked him, he would have just been like, "Oh yeah, I've got a copy of Nightkin. Do you want part 1 or part 2?" Like, there's a part 2? Christ. The revelation that truly shook me, however, was yet to come. I discovered that Lambert was, a scion of the Nightkin clan, and quite likely so are you, Arya. Estidian, thank you. So it's been a while since he's shown up, and I'm terrible with names in this game at the best of time. Estidian. Estidian would love the Nightkin. He's probably got like a Nightkin poster in his bedroom. The book's author was of the Calloway's family, a surname shared by Lambert. With no small amount of trepidation, I determined to look once more into your family records, and learned that the Calloway's name was also prevalent on your mother's side. This can be no coincidence. At least it's Black Hood's not white. Yes, that's a very different clan of people. They're much more harmful. The edgelords, apart from actually summoning demons and infusing people's bloods with void scent magic, I guess that's kind of harmful, but in a different way. Are you saying that void scent blood runs in my veins? It explains your preternaturally strong affinity for black magics. When I remember that Lambard was of similar arcane disposition, the connection is even more obvious. He had no need to ingest fiendish blood. He simply awoke the corruption which had always lurked within him. The rituals for doing so were clearly described in the pages of the Nightkin. Were these rituals performed upon me too? Again, it is doubtful considering their complex requirements. My theory is that your latent talents were stirred into wakefulness quite by accident. Through your induction into the ranks of the Red. Through your inductions into the ranks of the Red. Basically, this is all my fault. Sorry. I know a black mage. We'll get you a different job. It's fine. It's really not that much of a problem to switch to change. You could be a black mage. You could be a white mage. The blue mages, they had their own. They've got their own battle royale coming. It'd be good to get in with those guys soon. I wonder, however, why the same awakening that took years for Lambard occurred so swiftly in you. That's not a joke, by the way. I don't know if it's necessarily coming. I think it was. They considered doing a Blue Mage Battle Royale mode in FF14, but they haven't done it. It's on the cards, apparently, but they haven't done it yet. An innate affinity, mayhap. Whatever the case, that this unstable condition was triggered by your desire for control certainly explains Lambard's parting barb about the injustice of your fate. Bang. But all is not lost. There is a way to undo the curse of your lineage. The first Calloways drew Lilith into our physical world by providing a mortal host for her soul to possess. He stood unflinching before the fiendish queen he had summoned and forged with her a bargain of blood and darkness. Once the Archmagus had partaken of her essence, however, he entrapped her inside a heavily glyphed box. Her material form, thus captured, Lilith was unable to return to her shadowy realm. It was written that her imprisonment on this plane of existence was a necessary act, lest the potency of her blood begin to wane. Do you understand what this means, Arya? No. You talk in quite flowery language sometimes. I think so. The corruption inside me will last only as long as the Void Scent Queen remains in our world. Oh, I see. We need to find that box and banish Lilith back into the Void. Exactly right. Defeat the Void Scent and the curse upon your blood is lifted. Of course, a creature of Lilith's stature would ordinarily present a near insurmountable challenge. We are fortunate, then, that this summoner bound her essence to a feeble vessel to prevent her from manifesting her full power. Even we should stand a chance against this lesser incarnation. Now it appears the author succeeded in tracking down Lilith's prison, and though the book makes no mention of the event, it is entirely possible that the box passed into his possession. Our surest bet will be to follow in his footsteps. Rest and prepare, my friends. We have an exciting adventure ahead of us. Oh, cool. I'm going to go and track down Lilith. I found where she is. She's in an area you can't get to yet. Sorry. Well, we'll soon find out. Ah, Jack, your fellow student has had the most astonishing dream. Why don't you tell him about it, Arya? Oh, there was this sheep, and I got on the sheep's back, and I rode it through a field, and all the flowers were hot dogs. And then suddenly my arms were jelly. It's like, yes, thank you, Arya. Okay, now back to business. It was so disturbingly vivid. I dreamed of the man who wrote the Nightkin. In a corner of the house in which he hid away from the world, he kept a coffin-like box. Black as night it was, its side marked with jagged lines of purple. Yeah, I mean, he sounds... Again, I think him and Estinian would get on fine. As he watched over it, unblinking, an inquisitor broke through the door with a company of knights. Half the soldiers were ordered to haul the man away to the tribunal, while the other half seized the coffin. His coffin you describe as the very image of a Mackie tool of containment. It is as you saw a vision of past events. That's incredibly convenient. It was probably just a nightmare brought on by the tales in those memoirs. Well, as things stand, your dream is the best lead the memoirs have given us. Let us pay a visit to the tribunal in Ishgard. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, I say. I'm in good with the dudes in Ishgard, so they should be able to help out, I reckon. I'm a pretty big deal over there. I keep looking for Ishgard, and it's not called Ishgard. Foundation. Ah, my wrist is stiff today. Pro tip: don't break your wrist. I don't recommend it. Just if you were thinking about doing it. If you are planning on breaking your wrist, do it while you're young, and your body can kind of recover without causing any lasting damage. Don't do it when you're in your 30s or older. Ah. I mean, his face doesn't seem that sour. No more sour than any other Elysian we've spoken to. Jack, thank the gods. This officious bureaucrat refuses to allow me access to their records. Mayhap he will listen to you. Jack, did you say? What strange coincidence. You bear the same name as... Ah, it is you. In the flesh. My apologies for not recognizing you sooner. Whatever the hero of Ishgard requires, we shall not hesitate to provide. This was in regards to the heretic killer who left those awful memoirs, yes? Your request should be given the highest priority. Pray understand, however, that records of objects seized in the previous century are not immediately at my hand. It may take some time to scour the archives. Just like that, eh? A moment ago you were ready to cast me out into the snow. Mayhap you should take Arya on a tour of the city. I'll stay here with our new friend and help guide his search. That's the power of being a celebrity, Zarun. You could learn a thing or two. You just need... It's not what you know, it's who you know. I suppose we've just been the way here. Could we go visit the last vigil? I hear the view is spectacular. Also, can we go to the Forgotten Night? I want to get sloshed. It has been a long week, and they didn't have any booze in Idleshire. All the goblins are teetotal. Did you know that? I know that. I know that very well now. Where is she? Oh, let's just go to the last vigil. Should be near there. Torsifers. This is amazing. I was told you could look over the entire city from up here and couldn't wait to see it for myself. I thought it'd be more colourful. It's quite grey and dreary, and it's like, yeah, I know. Do you know how hard it is to take interesting thumbnails in Idleshire, in Ishgard? Difficult. This is as good as the weather ever gets. Fond of such sights, are you? If I wasn't before, then I've certainly become so. I want to burn this first sight of Ishgard into my mind. Fill the empty spaces of memories with wonderful vistas, which I can kind of see if I squint. Like, we really should have come here on a nicer day, and it's like, it doesn't. This is as good as it gets in Ishgard. This is a horrible place to live. When you first rescued me, I knew not who I was or where I belonged. As I've said before, I scarcely felt that I existed. But the well of my memories is no longer empty. Though it has been but a small fraction of my life, my journey with you has shaped me into what I am now. So can you understand why I'm so eager to return to our training? Red magic has given me the power to fight against a fate that would have left me hollow. And now that I've set up all these flags, I surely won't die. Jack, Arya, we've learned the resting place of Lilith's prison. You can tell that I'm happy because my tail's all coiled up. As incredible as it may seem, the coffin there, it's still gyrating. As incredible as it may seem, the coffin from your dream matched the description of the heretic's box. Purple lines and all. The Inquisitors were apparently so unnerved by its fell energy, so they cast the thing into a ravine. I mean, Ishgard, you need to have better ways of disposing of heretical items. Like, do you remember the trouble we got into when we threw the dragon's eyeballs off the edge of the bridge? And that guy picked them back up, and now he killed a load of people and summoned a Primor. I'm still dealing with that. Friggin' Ryu dragon thing, whatever it's called. I'm terrible with names. The place in question is known by the delightful name of Witchdrop, and is to be found in the Kerthus Central Highlands, swarming with void scent, or so I'm told. Shall we? Bam. I think that's what... I mean, there is Foley in this game, but they need to be a bit slightly more Foley. There's like he punches his hand, it's completely silent. There should be a path. There should be a nice, like, satisfying path when he punches his hand like that. Kerthus, Central Highlands. I forget, is that the one before Heavensward or the ones after Heavensward? It is after. Bang. That's an awkward place to spawn in. Sorry, fella. Although, this is honestly the look I was thinking of going for when I first started this game and I got my fat chocobo head. It's a good look. I've been working towards, like, very slowly getting Augustus up to level 10 so I can get the Chocobo suit. And I have a feeling that I'm going to have done all this and I'm not going to like it very much. It's going to be incredibly disappointing. But we'll soon find out. The chasm is crawling with fiends, just as described. Are they drawn by Lilith's dark essence, I wonder? Let's descend to its depths and begin digging. Mayhap the very power which attracts the void scent will help guide our efforts. Oh, you will be able to follow us down there, won't you, Arya? I seem to recall you had a crippling fear of ghosts and spirits. Oh, you will be able to follow us down there, won't you? I seem to recall you had a crippling fear of ghosts and spirits. What? No, I'm fine. There are no skeletons or spectres here, so I'll be fine. Perfectly fine. We don't know that there aren't skeletons down here. There could be tons of them. So fine, you've had the need to tell me 3 times. Well, considering your current troubles with spellcasting, you'd best stay close in any case. Into the void. Oh, don't worry, Stratus. Thanks for coming out and have a good dinner. Yeah. Bang. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to talk to them. I'm actually supposed to go and dig in the snow. Matagonient. Ah, yeah, that looks like it. This is what I mean. Ishgard really needs a better way of disposing of the heretical artifacts. Like, we're coming here to destroy it. But what happened if Lambert had come here? And it's weird that he didn't. Like, in all the amount of times he read Nightkin and all his research in the Void Sen, he didn't at one point think, hey, maybe I should try and make some effort to protect the thing that, you know, powers these new powers that I've installed. Like, imagine if we're doing this quest, it's like, Lambert got here and he buried the coffin 1,000 meters underground under 1,000 meters of cement. It might be difficult to get to it now. Only one bearing my blood gift may break the seal. Slay this pretender. Okay. Arya, can you come over here? It's got like a yeah, it's got like a password on it. Ooh. I had the option to do Mega Flare and I didn't do it. Thrall to Pain. Oh. Even the monsters they summon have got edgelordy sounding names. And dead. Oh. Well, this is fine. Only one with my blood right can stand inside my coffin. Yeah, Arya, I need you. It's got like some kind of DNA scanner on it or something. It's a good job we brought her along. It would be an awful long trip back to... Well, not back to Ishgard, I suppose. Under a shallow mound of snow, you say? Extraordinary. Only one bearing my blood gift. Could the mysterious voice belong to Lilith herself? Let me try bringing the coffin. If the voice is telling the truth, then I'm the only one who can. Very well. Jack, lead us to your dig site. No, Arya, it's too dangerous. I'm going to go and get the rotting corpse of Lambert that we left in that field. Hopefully the surrounding monsters haven't eaten him. My hope is that the void scent powers he had put them off. But, failing that, then yes, we'll use you. Let's chuck Lambert's corpse on the coffin, and it's just like, well, doesn't seem to have worked. I guess the blood needs to be not congealed. Worth a shot. It looks just as it did in my dream. I'm going to open the lid. I can feel the waves of malice even through the wards. This is no lowly imp. Proceed with caution, Arya. Lilith may be in a weakened state. Well, Lilith may be in a weakened state, but she is still a queen amongst her kind. Let us not be caught unprepared. The two of us just stand over the coffin and just look at our swords held up like stakes. And just stab her, kick her. Poke her eyes out, punch her in the face. Gods above. Literally, look up there. She's a snaky lady. So I looked away for a second. She's a snaky lady. That's my favourite type of lady. She's a big, long lady. At last, I'm free. After 10,000 years, I'm free. Time to conquer the world. At last, I'm free from that miserable prison. 1,000 years of scheming cometh to fruition. Yield unto me thy vessel, child. Thou shalt be host to mine immortal glory. Why would you want Arya's vessel? She's not a long. She's a short lady. You're a big long lady. Your vessel's way better. Host, you seek to possess Arya's body. A masterpiece of centuries. For generations have I guided the dreams of my blood-gifted, bringing them together and strengthening their line. When at last the chosen one was born, I sent another to secure my precious vessel. He commanded his own puppets, never knowing he was mine. Lambert. No, another person. Yes, of course, Lambert. Heed me, child, my darling creation. I am the reason for thine existence, for the entanglement of thy sires, for thy deliverance unto solitude. Do not listen, Arya. Her words are poison. Come, deny not thy destiny. Thy life was moulded by my hand. This was always meant to happen. My parents, my uncle, all of it. We'll be your parents now. Me and Zarun will adopt you. We can be your dads. Sweet child. Ah, dang it. The snake lady teleported with our daughter. Arya, no. Yeah, I seem less bothered. I'm gonna be honest. Like, you know, still upset, but just generally less bothered. God damn it! Arya moved as if entranced. Lilith must have some hold over those who bear her blood. It was Arya's dream that led us here, into a trap. If we were to, if we were to believe. We had to believe that hissing serpent. This meeting was 1,000 years in the making. I knew we should have tried Lambert's corpse first. Dang. But all is not lost. See how she did not immediately claim Arya's body for her own? From what I understand of such things, in order to possess a mortal host, Lilith must conduct a ritual of exacting preparations. There is time yet to deduce the location to which she fled. Let us return to the pillars and consider the possibilities. Okay. We must hurry. Come back when you're level 70. It's like, fortunately I am, but that would have been... I mean, it took me a while to get from 67 to 70, even with these earrings that I've got. That was the wrong one. I don't know why I expect the Aetheryte shards to be in any kind of sensible order. Another steaming helping of antelope stew. Hey, I've noticed you've eaten 6 of those in the short time we've been together. I think you have an addiction. Lilith's words yet echo in my ears. Deny not thy destiny, thy life was moulded by my hand. Arya became a red mage to gain control over her fate, and I'll be damned if we abandon her to this one. But first things first, we must expend every effort towards finding the place where the Void Scent had taken our colleague. The ritual preparation will not take forever. Yeah, it was like, come back in 3 levels. And I shall give you some clothes and Verholy. Jack, I've decided we should go to the Thaumaturge's Guild in Uldar, for help with tracking down Arya, of course. I've been doing some research into Void Scent and possessions, and as I suspected, the process is not a simple one. Even so, I doubt we have the time for me to become a fully fledged expert on the subject. We need one right now. The Thaumaturges are one of the few organizations familiar with our quarry. Considering how they are also the modern successors to the arcane knowledge of Mark, their shelves may even hold ancient lore that could tell us more about Lilith. Let us be aware. We maybe should have investigated them beforehand, in hindsight, but... You know what they say about hindsight, 2020 and all that. Duldar. Good. I'm glad I set aside a whole stream for this, because it has taken most of... Yeah, well, it's going to end up taking the whole sort of... all of the time today, which is good. I imagine if I waited till level 80 and we would have had the level 80 Red Mage quest to do straight away. But I would then have to have gone 10 levels without Verholy. Ah, Jack. I've just been explaining our woes to Prelate Yeyake here. Welcome to the Thaumaturge's Guild. I shall do what I can to aid you. Now then, the tomes with passages pertaining to the Void Scent Lilith are all forbidden occult works, abhorrent volumes chained to the shelves in our deepest archives, never again to see the light of day. I'll just pop there and grab one or two. If you could wait over there for a moment. I just need to find the key to get the chain off, and then it should be fine. Yeah, I like this library a lot more than the last one we went to. By Thou, she's even more sinister than I imagined. With no mention of her presence in the past millennium, I thought Lilith destroyed. Yet it would seem she's very much alive and exceedingly dangerous. Yes, we met her this afternoon. I should have started with that. Her most fearsome aspect is the power to enslave a person's will. If we include all those with even a whisper of her essence within their veins, she is slithered inside the minds of a veritable army. Because she's a snake lady. The sigil employed by this Lambard of yours is a second-hand manifestation of Lilith's ability. He would but need to coat a tool with his tainted blood, then engrave her name in the flesh of his victims to create the unthinking puppets you described. And that was but a faint echo of her true power? Correct. A power she would not hesitate to bring to bear on the mortals she so despises. Archmage's Callowise made doubly sure of that when he lured her into his trap. As well as a talent for draining the life force of her prey, Lilith is also known for spitting venom, a truly hideous opponent. But the Archmages came prepared with potent antidotes. Undone by her summoner's treachery and the limitations of her mortal host, Lilith found herself divested of her beloved rod and sealed inside a murky sarcophagus. Oh, not her beloved rod. Who's Rod? Where can we find him? And then spent the next 1,000 years plotting her escape. I was joking, but I was just making a riposte joke, because she wasn't there for 1,000 years. It is as you say, but mere freedom is not her endgame. Above all else, I imagine Lilith desires a form which allows her to manifest the fullness of her terrible power. She means to reinvest her soul within the perfect vessel, and thus, or whatever vessel's nearest, and thus enhance the strength of her incarnation by an order of magnitude. Perfect vessel. Lilith carefully orchestrated Arlia's conception over the span of centuries. If we don't oppose her now, I dread to think what havoc such a cunning and powerful fiend could wreak upon Eorzea. Look what she has accomplished already. So subtle were her manipulations that not a single one of the Nightkin realized her plan or sought to destroy her. Well, this has all been very enlightening, but we are still no closer to finding Arlia. Have you any ideas? In order to invest herself with a new host, Lilith will need to recreate the conditions of her original summoning as faithfully as possible. Alignment of the stars, weather, location, that sort of thing. The location I can tell you, assuming the ground itself hasn't fallen into an abyss. Lilith will have taken your friend to a summoning circle in the ruined city of Mach. Does not the weeping city lie in the swamps of Yafim? No getting there without an airship and a pilot, eh? Oh, but not to worry. We know the very person who can help us on that count. Deputy President Jesse of the Garland Ironworks. You know that I know the president of the Garland Ironworks, right? Like, he's my friend. In fact, most of the staff I'm pretty much on a first-name basis with. Because most of the staff only have first names. It's Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse. No. I don't want to join the Thermitage Guild. I've been in touch with Jessie. After that assassination business, as she puts it, she was more than happy to lend us a company ship. Prelate Yayake, you've been an immense help. How can we repay you? With money. I must be off. Bye. That won't be necessary. The guild is already richly compensated by a certain merchant. He requested we aid any mages of the Red who might happen to seek our knowledge. Are you acquainted with a Master Wilkin? It would seem he's been quite generous in spreading his wealth around Uldar to ensure you encounter no refusals or inconveniences. Well, the gratitudes of a wealthy merchant is a fine thing to have. Right, 'tis time we were off to Revenant's Toll. Jesse will be waiting. I think we saved his daughters from being kidnapped right at the start of this whole thing. Don't forget to stock some antidotes. I'll be terribly disappointed to hear you died to Lilith's venom after the tale I told you. I think I have some, so I actually can slap an antidote in my quick bar, I suppose. Yeah, there we go, I got 5. Let's stick one in there. Boom. We're set. So the Majestic Revenant Soul. Okay. Teleport again. Oh, I forget Revenant Soul is at the bottom. Keep expecting me to get further up. Obviously, do I keep scrolling past it? I guess they put it at the bottom because they knew how often you'd have to travel here, so it'd be convenient. Zurun's told me the story, and I have an airship ready to fly. I'll pilot you into the swamp myself. I said I'd return the favour to Arya, and I don't go back on my promises. Shall we go? I'm moored on the northern bank of the lake. Jack, the plan is simple. We cut through the ruins as quickly as we can, and unleash merry hells on the Voidsent Queen. The outcome of this battle will decide Arya's fate. Bring everything you have, and make sure that includes a vial or two of antidote. And I have 5. All those random quest rewards I never ended up using, so finally paying off. Whee. Oh, this is such a pretty place. I should fly through here more often. I remember flying back and forth through here while I was doing the Crystal Tower. Oh, no. Missed the ledge. It's alright. Ready then. Got your gear. Emptied your bladder. We make straight for the ruins of Mark. Let's go. And I'm level 70, which is the expected level of this quest as well. So, all aboard, folks. I don't know how much this demon witch... I don't know how much about this demon witch, but you sent her back to the void. I want to see Arya safe and sound. Nod. Lilith only has one chance at this ritual, but once she knows we're there to stop her, she may begin the ceremony anyway. Conditions be damned. If that happens, then we must defeat the fiend ere she forces her soul into Arya's body. We'll triumph over Lilith and free our companions from her curse. And if not, we'll kill them both. That's Plan B. We'll call that Plan B. Alright. I don't remember if I've done this dungeon before. I may have done once. Actually got to pay attention as well, because I'm actually... It's weird. It's been a while, but I'm leveled and geared appropriately for this one, for a change. Ah, thank you for the heal there, Zurun. I'm so used to, even in like these duties where they level you down, I've still got the gear several levels higher and still, yeah. Although I say that, I was 10 levels higher for Lambert, and that took me 3 goes at it. Friggin' Arya. Perfect vessel, my arse. Jack! We're losing the battle against Lilith. Plan B, let her manifest inside of Arya, and then we'll kill Arya. Because she's a lot spongier. She's, like, way easier to kill. Shame there's no treasure coffers in duties. Nice to just get a little bit of loot here and there. Oh well. I don't know, I'm looking around corners and stuff. Again, there's no treasure, just follow the path set out. Yeah, see, this wasn't exactly very long. We found over almost immediately. Hey Lilith, hey Arya. Should I attack her? Okay. I need to keep an eye on for if she decides to poison me. Also, let's not stand in front of Zurun, so his attacks. Yeah, their flare. I mean, after all that, I didn't do. I'm gonna be honest, as much damage as I was hoping. I was expecting to look back at her life bar after I did all of that, and there's gonna be a bigger chunk missing. But fair enough. this is pretty calm so far. She's not really hitting me with anything that powerful yet. Maybe she'll change when I get down to half-life. Are we supposed to destroy these? Nope, just stay out of their way. Okay. Oh, God, yeah, they, Oh, actually, you say this is way worse. Those are a lot easier to dodge than Lambert spheres. Lambert spheres covered the area, and were really a nuisance to take care of. These are way more manageable, honestly. Also, she hasn't poisoned us yet. I'm just disappointed, that's all, I guess. Oh, there you go, I've been poisoned. Wait, am I still poisoned? I'm gonna drink an antidote. Maybe I did get poisoned and just didn't notice then. Oh, okay. Again, I need some indication of which one you're going to go to, Zarun. Because I went to that one first, and then you came over to my one. Let's dodge these. And then bam! I could have finished that with a Vare Flare, but I pressed the wrong button. Whatever, she's dead. Is it alright if I oh, it's alright, the body faded away. I was gonna say, I'll take it with me for, you know, like, safe keep. Make sure no one else can keep her. I want the snake lady. Don't ask questions, I've earned this. Arya, Lilith is slain. Come back to us now. Damn it, why won't she wake? I mean, we did discuss this as a possibility, that when we killed Lilith, she would die, so I'm just going to keep shaking and yelling at her. Oh, where am I? Where is everyone? Ah, I see. This is my own mind. I'm being forced aside by that fiend. Oh, my mind's way brighter than yours. Yes, accept thy fate, child. Mine own form was destroyed, but within thy vessel has my soul taken refuge. Once thy will have diminished unto oblivion, mine essence shall transform this shell. I will rise anew, glorious and complete, and then shall I wreak my vengeance upon all the children of man. Seek not to defy me, my darling creation. Surrender to the void. Surrender to me. Lilith created me. I have to accept this fate. It was what I was always meant to be. No! You're our daughter! Forgive me, Jack. There were so many more memories I'd hoped to make. Farewell. Hey! No, this cannot be all there is. I want more. I want to live. I want to see my two new dads. Do not torture myself, child. Your will is forfeit. Thy fate is sealed. Man, everyone's got a cooler rapier than me. I decide my own fate. Ah! Arya, welcome back, my friend. Zurun, Jack, look out, Lilith is still here. Where? Where? Oh, wait, no, no, she's not. We killed her. Her body disappeared. It's like, don't look at me like that, Zurun. We all have our vices. Mind snake ladies. Your soul is safe now. Lilith is gone. You triumph over her at the last. A chance I wouldn't have had if you had not destroyed her in the flesh. With a stout heart and the power of red magic, there is no foe we cannot overcome. As the two of you have so amply proven. Not. Just all of us get into a circle of nodding, looking at each other and nodding. Now, let us put this dreary ruin behind us. But have a care for your surroundings. This old city is home to more than sinister void scent. Just fades to black. They were ambushed by monsters on the way home, and Lilith was killed by some random monster or something. It's incredibly anticlimactic. Leave me out of this fate. We did it, Jack. It was a hard-won battle, but your heart... Where's that boss music coming from? We did it, Jack. It was a hard-won battle, but your heart and steel carried the day. And we must express our gratitude to Jesse for conveying us to the ruins in the first place. Nay, I was but returning the favour. Unlike certain presidents I could mention, I don't like to leave the books unbalanced. Now, I'd best be getting this girl back to the company dock, so this is farewell for me. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm going with Jesse. I was talking about the airship. You stay here with your dads. Take care, Jesse, and thank you. Shall we head back to town, then? Bye. Bye, Jesse. Oh, we're almost done. I still have one more to look forward to. I'm disappointed, though, because I was looking up I was looking up Zeruntia just to double check what had happened so far, because it'd been a while, and I was trying to refresh my memory. And I read that that he doesn't show up in Endwalker. He shows up in a cutscene in Endwalker, but doesn't actually show up in Endwalker otherwise. It's like, oh. Apparently the other trainers do. But he doesn't, for some reason. I guess he's busy. When were we last in Revenant's Toll? Seems like a lifetime ago. I mean, it was like 20, 30 minutes ago. It's not been that long. To you guys, it's probably been a while, but it's a very, very short time for me. And, there's naught like a successful rescue attempt to put a smile on my face. It is wonderful to have our companion back, safe and sound. It's wonderful to be back. I cannot wait to begin my training once more. No. Arya, about your training. Surely you felt the change within yourself. You have no magic. I have no need for you. Your proclivity for spellcasting was the property of Lilith's blood. Now that her corruption has faded from your veins, so too has your aptitude for the arcane. Yes, I feel the difference. My aether is so weak now that I doubt I could cast even the simplest of magics. I wondered how you would take the news, but you seem almost happy. Well, the truth is, I didn't want to be a red mage at all. I really wanted to be a swordsman, so this works out lovely. Bye. I am. This way I get to study magic from scratch and know that all my achievements will truly be mine. Of course, this means I'll have a lot more work to do before I can catch up to Jack. But having such a distant goal will be what pushes me to endure the training ahead. I'll be waiting. I mean, we'll ignore the fact that I have several, god-level creatures backing me up at the moment and powering me up. But, maybe if you try really hard, Heidelin will give you the echo as well. She's honestly pretty loose, fast and loose with it. There's a lot of people who have it. I'll get there one day. a supportive dad. You have the heart of a red mage, that's for certain. Start yourself off with the basics of thaumaturgy and conjuring. The foundation you've built yourself will be far more stable than the instinctual power you possessed before. And when you've grasped the fundamentals, I can start your training in red magic again. I look forward to that day, Zerun. As for you, Jack, you've grown stronger than ever. You've known for some time now that the magics of a red mage are fueled by the caster's own ether. The potency of your spells is a reflection of your indomitable spirit. And again, also the backing of Heidelin, and I think you've got a dragon in you as well. And yeah, we'll gloss over that. And I dare say that the soul crystal you bear will reward your dedication to the art by granting you new knowledge. Thus concludes my stint as mentor for the now, Jack. For the now, Jack, you have graduated from my lessons, and Arya, you must ready yourself to begin all over again. You have flung yourself into revolution's smouldering ashes, and all throughout Alamigo have new fires begun to flare. With you in the van, I have no doubt that my homeland will soon bask in the light of liberation. I mean, it must be a different kind of van to the one I'm thinking of. I mean, there are cars in this world, but I haven't seen a van.
Zerun, you speak as if you mean to leave us.
Aye, I must return to my pilgrimage. But fear not, those who defy the tides of destiny are always drawn together, sooner or later. In about, 10 levels' time, let's say. And so this is not farewell, merely a temporary parting of ways. Eagerly do I await the day our paths cross again, my friends. So long. Just awkwardly stops and goes, hang on, no, I need to go this way. I need to go this way. Excuse me. Take my clothes. And the power of holy. The power of holy magic itself. Your unyielding mastery of the red calls forth a new power. The holy. This concludes the Red Mage quest for Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. In order to undertake the necessary requests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have registered a product key for Final Fantasy XIV. Okay, way to take me out at the moment, Final Fantasy XIV. Shadowbringers. You must have completed the main scenario quest, Shadowbringers. Okay. So, a while then, because I'm still working on Stormblood. You must have completed the role quest, A Tearful Reunion. Once you have done so, the next Red Mage quest will be available from Arya. So she's just gonna be here. She's just going to be standing here for the next, 10 months whilst I work my way through Stormblood and Shadowbringers and get up to level 80. Cool. Zerun may have left on his pilgrimage, but he sounded certain that we'd all meet again someday. Rather than wait for Destiny's intervention, however, I'll be glad to have you visit from time to time. We can compare spells and see how much further I need to go before we can finally catch up with you. I promise. Well, yes, I'll come and visit you from time to time. And definitely not only once I've hit 80. Bye. There we go. We did all of the Red Mage quests for now. By the time I get to the next one, there might be a new one. So there might even we'll do the level 80 quest, and it's like, oh yeah, there's a new level 90 quest now. And it's like, great, something to look forward to. Oh, but let's open up my coffer. Bam. Man, don't call... what a diss, calling Zerun's clothes antiquated. It's like, leave him alone. He's a cool dude. I don't think I need to equip Ver Holy, because I think it works the same way as Ver Flare. Chance to become Verstone ready increases 100% if black mana is higher than white mana. It works the same way as Ver Flare, doesn't it? Yeah. So when I get the 3 crystals, yeah, my white magic just becomes Ver Holy. That's how that works. Alright. Let's finish this off by dressing up as my mentor, and then we'll call it a day. That worked out. Yeah, those. I mean, part of that was me failing to kill Lambert a bunch of times, but that worked out quite nicely time-wise. This is the only reason. The skills, the new skills are nice and all, but this is the real reason to do the quests. Antiquated. I should put the bunny crown in here. I bought that for a... Well, I don't have to explain why I bought a bunny helmet. Use your imagination. Actually, I'm putting this in the dresser. Is this actually better than the armor that I've got at the moment? Yes. It actually is. I thought it was like level 1 gear, but it's actually quite good. Hang on, let me get that stuff back out, because I'll just wear it. I forgot. Yeah, it was armor from a level 70 quest, so it should be level 70 armor, which is 10 levels higher than the armor I've got at the moment. Oh, okay. I mean, we'll have to glamour the glasses, but look at this set. Oh, this is a delight. I mean, this is going to be one of my main sets, I think, as a red mage at least, because I mean, just look at it. Oh, it's delightfully. And let's fix this, though. Let's fix this injustice. Can't be having this. Oh, hang on. I did have a glamour plate at one point set up that was just naked, but with sunglasses, so that I could do just this. But I think I got rid of it. Yeah, that'll just. Because I can't glamour, because I don't have it in my inventory at the moment. Actually, can I change it to... Ooh. Is this... No, this is just the stuff I got. This is my armory chest's my... Yeah, that's just what I got equipped. That's no help. That's to dispel. Alright, we'll keep this one. Yeah, this works. Boom. There we go. Now I'm looking the part. Ah, look at me. What sword have I got? When did I pick this up? Oh, he actually gave me he gave me a sword as well, an antiquated Murgaless. Oh, I've got a cool rapier for a change. Oh, it's all coming up dandy. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Nice, 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 nice. All right, cool. That was more than I was expecting. I thought I was just going to get a glamour out of this, and I actually got a proper set of armor and a new weapon. Neato. Ah, well, fantastic job. Right, well, let's call it there. We'll carry on with the Stormblood main scenario quest next week. This is just a necessary side story that we had to take care of in order to make sure that I were kept powered up. I now have 2 new incredibly useful abilities that I'm going to put to good use. Yeah, so back to Stormblood next week, same time, same dandy time, same dandy channel. And tomorrow we are going to 6 p.m. English time, UK time, whatever you want to call it, BST. We're going to be playing The Quarry, which I'm very excited for. Spiritual successor to Until Dawn. And it's been getting good reviews so far. So I'm excited. I probably will be on time tomorrow as well because it's at 6. Providing, because I still haven't put my new graphics card in yet. That's my job for tomorrow afternoon. So, providing I don't break my computer installing my new graphics card, 6 o'clock tomorrow, The Quarry. So if I see you then, I will see you then. Otherwise, I will see you when I see you. Thanks for watching if you did. I've been Jack Dandy. You've all been Just Dandy, as always. And I shall see you anon. Good night.